welcome to Comic Books and You. We're doing something completely different. Right now, I'm going to be doing quick reviews here and there rather than the full long-form ones. I might do the long-form ones for specific books every once in a while. There's some that I do want to take the time to talk about. There's some, like this one here, that I'm going to do quick videos on. And I'm going to be doing maybe a few more than I used to for that because Twitter doesn't seem to like me doing my long reviews on it. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a video version of those Twitter posts that I'm doing, so some people can look into it. So we're looking at Lunchbox Warren's Adventures of Cig and Joe. So a sentient cigarette and a sentient cup of Joe with the gun from Blade Runner, a four-eyed goblin, some mechanic guy, a robot. It's going to be a weird one. And that's kind of what interested me in this particular book from the get-go. Things looked kind of funny. We get a dramatis personae, and at the very start of the book, dramatis personae are common in things like mangas for issue 2. Usually for issue 1, they have it more organically introduce each of the characters. What we have is a bit of a story, kind of reminiscent of Saga, if you've read that. And same thing with the characters and what the animals we see. Very reminiscent of that as well. Very imaginative and a little bit all over the place, which is kind of what we want in this kind of funny, funky little comic. The art itself is a little bit amateurish at this point. Panel work is very simple. Same with the lettering, very simple. It's easy to read, though, and it's easy to follow. I was reading a Green Lantern book earlier today, and it was rather terrible. Not the best black and white work that I have seen recently either. Judex, which I have open right here, is some of the truly beautiful and magnificent black and white work, but it's fine overall. Here we get a bunch of exposition from our mechanic guy. It would have been better to have maybe 1 or 2 pages just to show the plight of the people and what's kind of going on in the world, rather than a big block of exposition, but that's things you learn as you do the work and as you talk to editors and people like that. After that's done, well, we are introduced to our actual 2 main characters, who are on top of a truck with a giant squid in it that they need to bring in for food. They're attacked by Mad Max-style raiders. Things are just really over the top, and that's also something that's really nice to see. We feel that the composition and the creativity here is good. Cig and Joe do seem to be acting as bounty hunters / special agents / mercenaries. A perfectly fine job in this kind of world. The action is a bit over the top. That also works. The bad guys seem a little bit silly. That also works. There's no gore or anything major in this part of the book, but at the start we had a bunch of teeth flying out with blood attached to it. So there's a bit of a difference. And it's not meant to be an all ages book. I mean, one of the main characters is a talking cigarette. Sometimes it's fun to have an idea of where we're going to go. We have more fighting, more action, which is not wonderful, but not terrible as well. It's quite functional, as I normally say. The panel work here is actually a bit interesting. And one of the comments I had when I was doing my quick review was that here there's this sweet Jesus. Better to use something more in-universe. When you're doing sci-fi or fantasy like this, doing something in-universe, like one of those brick or gnarly bananas or something like that, a weird swear word, is a bit funnier and brings a little bit more verisimilitude to the whole thing. Is it worth reading? I'm probably going to say yes. It's available on the creator's own website for $1.99. It was saying it was on Global Comics, but it's not right now. It might be again in the future. Who knows? Take your time. If you've got $1.99 in your pocket and you want to actually support an independent creator that is very imaginative, that might be a good thing to do. So I thank you very much for listening to me today. I hope you have a very nice rest of your day. Keep on reading comics, keep on enjoying them, and I'll keep reviewing and analyzing them. See you guys later. Bye-bye.